Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Puck, Deep Thought Gaming. We are going to be doing a Let's Play series of Brian's Trains, Brian's Factory, and Brian's Bootstrap, since that's kind of our theme here. So somebody had mentioned that they didn't have or couldn't find any Let's Play with Brian's stuff, and I think him and his people did a wonderful job. I use it all the time, so we are going to start a new series to kick off my streaming career here, I guess, with his stuff. So we are going through his setup right now. We're not going to do all the mods that he has recommended, just because of the fact that I don't want those ones. And we'll go through at some point. We'll show you all the mods we have, but recommendations on this settings are as follows. Basically, your size and richness max, frequency is not max but 400 for iron and copper, 200 for stone, 300 for coal, 300 for oil, or 150 for oil, uranium at 75. And then I didn't change any of these. I don't know if we're supposed to change these for Volcanus and Gleba and crap. We're just going to leave it the way it is. Terrain, he recommends turning down the water. I want some water, so I have basically scaled it down and then scaled down the coverage. As you can see, the starting map that we're picking here has water, but not a huge amount, because I want to be able to get some water trains set up as well. Actually, let's go a little bit lower. Yeah, I think that's better, because we have to go out and find some. I don't want them too close to the base. He recommends enemies off. I would like them on, but I'm just going to make them peaceful. So they're still going to be there. We're going to still turn on evolution. He does recommend pollution be off as well for better rates and FPSs. So we're going to go along with that, even though we're doing enemies off, because I am not super huge skilled in Factorio. I've got 1,500 hours in, and I am still a noob when it comes to this game. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with the no pollution just because it is a whatever. So we did do railworld, modified it, and I found this seed, which I think I like. So I got my good starting area here, which I think this is the center. But seed up here, 29888400504, if it's something you want to follow along with. We are going to start, so let's get to it, and then we'll go, like I said, next episode 2, we're going to go over the mods that we have installed. Since it is peaceful mode and a bunch of other crap that was changed, we're going to lose some achievements, but I really don't care about those. I got most of these. One of the mods that I do start with is called Nanobots. Is for early game bots, basically. You still have to pay. They're actually quite expensive to run, but that's alright. Informatron is another one. This one basically gives you information on the game. To be honest, I don't know why I have it. I almost never look at anything with it. That's alright. So I like to set up, as you can see, do a little bit of each item. That way I just have quick access to it. And we'll start off by getting a little bit of fuel so we can get our iron started, because iron is very needed. So that gives us some coal. distribution light, so control, left click and drag, and it fills them up. To use burner inserter burner leach. So these burners take fuel to work. Take right from whatever it's going into, as you can see. Restart sucks. At the same time, it's not bad to have. Start down here. So one thing that I like to do, so I have a lot of blueprints. It's not cleaned up, I apologize. But the three that we're using, it's called Brian's City or Self-Building Factory, Brian's Trains, Brian's Bootstrap. Obviously Brian's Bootstrap is where we're starting, that's our beginner base. So we're gonna look at phase 4 and get a rough idea approximately where we want to start this. And since I know that this is an up process, we're going to think about right there. So we'll take Brian's phase 1 and put it right down through here. So we'll start. that module. This allows me to select what I want to put in a bunch of do that for you. But basically, it allows me to select a module and then drag and say every single science is this, or every single green science is that, and so on. The feature also allows me to remove it. The reason I like to be able to remove it is my nanobox. When I place down some stuff that's running strange here for the city, they have modules built in already, and the nanobox can't put them in if they don't have them unlocked. It spams them. I also have Sandbox. Sandbox is freaking phenomenal because you can, let's say, that's a bad example. You can put down, even though I'm putting a ghost, it still says that it's putting the item down. Stuff like this, so you can basically lay out what you want. You reset it. You have unlimited power. You have an infinity chest. Let's put it here. If I came in here and said that this thing had a bunch of rail, now I can pick up the rail or put it onto a whatever. So basically it's a way to test things. The other nice thing about it is, let's say you're not sure what this is going to look like when you put it down. Now you can go over here and just flop it. And now you'll see, I hate when that does that. To get some power hooked up. So, this is going to be A, B, C, whatever. So, why did that not place? That's weird. So, what you try to cannot be built within a sandbox. Apparently, you can't put your science lab down in a sandbox. I never realized that. That might be something they changed recently. But now you at least have an idea of what you'd be looking at. And the nice thing is too, especially when you start getting to Brian's trains, let's just put one of these down. They're all set up. And you can come back and it'll still be there. You can remove parts of it, you can remove all of it, you can reset it, so to reset the sandbox. But for me, let's say I want to look at the home screen. I can place it here. Now I can see exactly what's going to be where, what I'm going to have. Stupid alarm. Goodbye. I hate that thing. Mainly because when I was testing all this crap out, it was kept going off because I didn't have nuclear or anything like that. But Sandbox is great. Allows me to test whatever, and I don't know when you're still beeping at me. Whatever. We're gonna start down over here. Like I said, I change a couple of these here a little bit. I'll show you what I do change. So even these are burner inserters. Well, I guess maybe burner inserter is part of the game. I always thought it was not. But I don't like the burner inserters here because where are they going to get their fuel from? And then this one here, there's no box. It was just a freaking combinator. So I move these around and then I turn these into regular ones. And to be honest, what I usually do is set up like this and get rid of these boxes. So this is usually kind of how I have it set up. So let's get up here and get some water. Do I have, I do, right. And I don't have any pipes. A couple of those. Got some of those. Should set up piping and electricity. Space between them. A couple pipes. Right spot. That's right. These have to be connected up. I like to go down one in case I actually do decide at some point to automate or use powered, you know. Can we make one more? We might as well make these done since we're here. Now, I just don't like having these like this, because now, look how close, I mean, you can't separate them, like at least in the copper over here I can do the patch. The whole patch would be done with it. It would only be copper, now I have to split it. That's really annoying. This isn't of course a good fuel for so to start pulling away. Essentially, for me, Brian's Bootstrap Phase 1, pointless, worthless to me, just to me, not, you know, that's how I do it though. So we're going to just shift click, we're not going to control shift click because I don't want to replace all of this crap. We're going to get our electricity on here. Automation, logistics, and electric drills. Those are my 3 highest priorities. Starting a new round. And we have to do this by hand first, so that's what we're going to do. That utilizes just entities that are not really there. So then I can go like this and say I need 24, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then I need 6 of these, which I don't have enough iron for. Alright, so for me, I want the bots next, because the bots are helpful. So I need a repair pack, and I can do the bots. And I'm not worried about the explosives yet. Then we will get Raiders 20. Let's start with this one. Mainly the bots are just there. They're just like the construction bots. You have a ghost and it'll start placing them. Like I said, they're expensive. They take quality So, yeah, we're just gonna move all the way, 'cause I think we're gonna start down there. We'll do this whole freaking patch and face it up. That is going to determine what we need, and there it is. The other side. 44. Yeah, when you start using the other poles, they can reach across a whole set like this. So maybe I should have done compact. Should have it, tell you. Usually means so it should be alright. Take that off. Bootstraps, phase 2. Oh, we're already at phase 2. Alright, I guess that means we're going to phase 3. Which we'll need the map for. Bootstrap 3. Remember I updated the stuff at the top. We're just going to shift click and then get rid of trees and not get rid of what changed here. Alright, we need steel. That's going to be our first. And then green. That's 50, that's 75. And I know we start making steel right away. So there's 2 ammunitions nanobot constructors. As you can see, they use 6.5 iron plates and 3 copper plates per bot. And the bots, they can probably do like 2 or 3 at this time, because you can upgrade them just like you can every other bot. But they take, I think they can do like 2 or 3 in this place belt placements per item, per ammo. I'm not really quite sure. I've never tried to figure it out. And then the other one is the termite bot. Now the termite bots are a lot cheaper, 1.5 of each, but all they do is get rid of trees. Now, the difference between doing it with the green and doing it with the blue is right here, the blue ones would pick it up, just like if I right clicked in it, I got 4 wood. But if I came over here, I don't even know what my shortcut key is to force shoot. But basically it'd be like shooting or running over a tree if you use these bots. Like this, so should I use the bot? There's nothing left except for an unused tree trunk, which you can get rid of. But when I first start like this here, I don't like having these extra trees here. Now, you can easily just come over here and say trees and rocks only. Grab the right freaking one. Disable it, so now that I have nanobots. So that's used up 2 already, 3. As you can see what the bots can do, just like a regular construction bot. They remove wood, they remove rock, anything that's in the way. It's marked for destruction. But they're doing it, so once they have their eyes set on it, that we need. This is our Bootstrap. This is going to automate all of our general creativity items. We need fast inserters next, so let's do those. Actually, we're going to do that first, because right now we're not researching anything that needs green until we do automation. And advanced material. Forget which ones are which. Play with Brian's trains. I just picked a different one earlier. Oh, here we go, mods. Belt visualizer, belt router light, squeak through. So squeak through allows me to walk in between, buildings and over through pipes, everything like that. Belt router light is supposed to, I keep forgetting I have it, to be honest, but it's supposed to route, like when I was doing this, I can say in here, start here, it's supposed to automatically pick and place the ghost. Honestly, can't tell you if it works because I keep forgetting about it. The auto deconstruct, when an ore patch is empty and there's nothing for the miner, it automatically marks it as for deconstruction. Sandbox I already showed you. Bullet trails literally is just bullet trails. Burner leech is for the burners to take fuel out of the other ones. Disco science I showed you. Elevated rails is part of the game. Even distribution light. Informatron, jetpack. I've shown you the mining patch. The modular inserter, I showed you that one. Quality is part of the game. Rail signal planner. Don't need that with Brian's trains, but basically it allows you to click on the button and say, I want rails to be X amount of space. So if you play with the 14141 train, which in Brian's trains is the 8-car 3 engine, so it's 11 trains long, you can say I want space to be 11 spaces in between each signal. so that way a full train can park. Standard libraries, that bottleneck light, that is these red and green icons telling me if they're doing any work or not. Green means they're working, red means they're not for some reason, orange means they're waiting on something. Combat mechanics overhaul. I don't remember exactly what that one does, but it basically walls actually work. So I remember it does that. Nanobots I showed you, space. Novice cliff explosives by pick. Basically just gives me the ability to have explosives. And we will be back soon with the next episode. Thanks.